Hey everybody, hope you had a good day today. I just want to talk a little bit about uh, some anatomy, physiology, and creating our own magnetic field. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about the anatomy and physiology, which is not something that you can look it up yourself. It's in the books. It's real. It's science, and a little bit of physiology and how when you put those things together in a certain format, you can create your own magnetic field around your body, and what you can do with that. So, if you and if you take a deep breath, what happens when you take a deep breath? So, when you're doing yoga, you're doing some exercise, you're doing some meditation. They always say take a deep breath. What happens? But when you take a deep breath, you contract your lower abdominal muscles, and then if you take even a deeper breath, you contract your thoracic muscles. And what you're doing is you're increasing what's called the intrathecal pressure. Intrathecal pressure is the pressure inside your spinal fluid. So as you increase from below, slowly going up, that pressure, you start creating a flow with the spinal fluid. So the spinal fluid starts going from your lumbar spine up to your thoracic spine, into your cervical spine, and then it goes inside the ventricles, inside the brain, and then as you exhale, it slowly starts coming down. So you create a current with the way that you breathe. Inside the brain, there's 4 ventricles. The ventricles collect CSF fluid, and they help the brain moderate the pressure of it on it. They do a lot of other things. I'm not a neuroscientist or a neurosurgeon. I just know basic stuff about it, and I'm sharing that with you. But even basic stuff, you can learn a lot. Inside the pineal gland is located in the 3rd ventricle inside the brain. Inside the pineal gland, there's crystals. When salt, which is in the cerebrospinal fluid, protein and fluid pass over crystals, it creates what's called a piezoelectric field. So as we breathe and we create pressure on the inside the pineal gland with the cerebrospinal fluid, even when you take a deep breath, and then you can actually feel the pressure inside your brain increase, right? So you can feel that cerebrospinal fluid is flooding to the ventricles, filling the ventricles, putting pressure on the pineal gland, on the crystals in the pineal gland, and as your exhale is coming back out, it's emitting what's called the piezoelectric magnetic field. And as you do that in a focused meditation, you start breathing more, you start increasing that magnetic field. Now, as we think, according to quantum physics, proves that when we think is broken down into the simplest forms of thought are what's called a quark and a lepton. Quark and a lepton are a form of energy that's created by how we think. So as we think, and we think into this electromagnetic field that we create, we can manifest, we can put an intention to manifest our aspirations or our goals. So if we want to be prosperous, if we want to help people, if we want to reach out, we want to have a dynamic relationship, we want to be a part of life, we want to be connected to, we want, best for our family, but we put that out, we actually communicate through that electrical field, that we emanate to the electrical field that makes up the universe. Life is sustained through a frequency, and science proves the frequency. There's a frequency that life is created from. So as we create this piezoelectric magnetic field, we communicate with that frequency. You could think about that as a way of talking to God or just talking to life. It sounds a little crazy, talking about that, but it actually makes sense in a science way. So, think what you want. I say give it a shot. Try it for yourself. Do your own experimentation with it, you know what I'm saying? And do it, man. What does it take? 2 weeks to a month. Give it 30 days. Every day in the morning. Find some time when you're quiet. Practice these breathing techniques. As you breathe, it's a little mechanical at first. You're kind of trying to contract your muscles as you breathe. But after time, it'll become more natural, and you'll just automatically contract your lower muscles, your thoracic muscles, and then kind of squeeze on top and actually feel the pressure inside your brain and that fluid rushing over your ventricles. And as you do that, I'll talk later on about how to create a congruent frequency with inside the brain, inside the limbic system, the frontal lobe, and the base of the brain. But there's a lot of information. I just say just take a little piece of meal at a time, and man, this stuff makes sense. So do your own research, check what you want, but try it out, give it a shot. I mean, you say you really don't really kind of search outside yourself for so much stuff, and when you start looking inside yourself, you can't believe how much you find. Anyway, I hope you give it a shot. I hope some of this makes sense. I hope I get better at talking to you guys, because I love this stuff. I spend so much time researching. I spent years doing this stuff. Now it's kind of like my niche. It's just what I love doing, and it's helped me so much. I like to share it with other people if I can. Anyway, man, have a great day, and I can't tell you how gorgeous it feels right now, man. Just doing my run. Just my life is so freaking awesome, ain't it? So here's to an awesome life.